Hi guys, as you know, I lived in Germany for such long time, and there are also some loyalty programs when you can collect points in some stores or and do something. Exactly, I have a card, 4 cards from them, as you can see, and I want to talk a little about them. So maybe if you live in Germany or you will go to Germany, you will think this is good to have them. First is Subway sub card. From a Subway, when you make some shopping, buy some food, some sandwiches, eat something from a Subway, always have this card, then you can collect some points. You can also use an app on a phone, so then you need to have a card from a Subway takeaway, but then you install an app, you can connect this card to your app, and then you can use only app. You don't have to take this card all the time with you, so if you don't remember, it's good. But if you don't use Subway very often, it's a little pointless, because you need to be a big fan of Subway to the card will be useful for you. So we have one. Then we have a Shell Club Smart. So you see the name is Shell Smart, Shell Club Smart, Shell Java Club, different in any country. In Germany it looks like this. And as I said in a video from UK about UK, Shell makes a separate program from each country. The points are on separate accounts. So if you go to some very often to many countries and use a card there, that you will have 5 or 6 cards from a Shell. You need to collect a lot of points to have something from this card, and this is useful, I don't know. From a Subway, you can take a card from a takeaway, from a Shell also you take from a gas station. Then you have 2 big groups. Exactly, first is a Deutschland card, which means a Germany card. I have a card issued by Netto, which is a grocery store, but this card used also in Ibiza, in Majorca, Esso, and as I said, Netto. So I think also in some other stores, they're on a deutschlandcard.de, the whole list, so it's a Germany card. So on this card you can collect the points if you go to grocery stores like Netto, and you can collect on a gas station Esso. So if you use a gas station Esso, or you have very close Netto and you go to Netto very very often, then you can use this card and collect points, and then use these points. If not, yeah. I didn't go very often to a Netto. I gone to a penny and to a real, but mostly to real, so it was not very useful for me. And the last one is payback.de, also a group. This is issued by Burger King, but this card can be works in Burger King, in Aral, in DM, Galerie Kaufhof, Real, and Riva. So exactly, and also some other places like Talia, some what we have here, and some other smaller places. Good thing that it works in a Riva, which is a grocery store, a similar size to a penny and Netto, and it works in Real. So if you Real is one of the biggest grocery stores in Germany. So if you go very often to Real or to Riva to buy a food, then you can collect the points. You can also install an app on a phone, which gives many functions, but it's after searching. So in Real, in Riva, in DM, which is some stores with beauty products and cosmetics and some chemical things. Adal, which is a big network of gas stations. So if you take this line on Adal, so then you can collect points. And of course in the Burger King. Burger King is very popular in Germany. There's no unfortunately no Wendy's and no Wendy's and no Five Guys in Germany, unfortunately, because they are my favorite the most favorite fast food restaurants. So first is the Wendy's, second is the Five Guys, the third is a Burger King, and the fourth is McDonald's. In UK, McDonald's is much more popular because you have Five Guys, McDonald's, and Burger King. You have McDonald's the most popular, then the second popular is Burger King, the third Five Guys, but I prefer Five Guys from the street. In Germany, it's a little different, yeah, a little different because not McDonald's but Burger King is the most popular, and great thing is good to have a Burger King app on a phone and a payback app on a phone. Burger King app, because sometimes you have some special offers which is only on the app, and when you have an app, there's all the time from 1 to 15 meals which are on a special offer, much more cheaper. For example, sometimes there's an offer that for £10, for €10 for €10 you can buy 2 big XXL plus fries and soda, where the normal price is 8 to 9 euros for one big XXL with fries and soda. So we have a second for about €1, so it's a much better offer than to buy separately another one. So that would be 14, 15, and now we have only 10 and exactly 9.99. In other options, there are sometimes offers for some burgers which are only for a short time, so it's good to have a Burger King app if you live in Germany. And the thing about the payback app, important thing, if you have this app, you can use an app instead of the card. So if you have an app, you can just scan in a store a card, a code from an app. You just open an app, make it, and you don't have to use a card, so which is very useful, because if you forget to have this, you just register online the card, and then you can use an app. And the second is there are some special offers there. For example, the offer of buy gasoline on a rail, you will have triple points, or buy food in a Burger King, you will have 5 times points, or buy something in DM, you have twice more. So the thing is that but it's not going automatically. There's an offer, buy something in real, you will have a triple points, but it's not like this that you go pick and automatically you will get 3 times more triple points. No, it doesn't work like this. You need to use an app. There you need to go to this offer. You need to add this offer to your account, to your point account. So we want to agree that you want that this offer will work on you, and then very simple thing, on the next purchase you have a triple points. But you need an app to activate this, or you need to activate on your computer online. But I know that not many people will go to a payback.de website to just activate and loot every time for the offer. It's easier sometimes when you wait on a line in a Burger King, for example, and look in a payback. If I have any offer for a Burger King and activate this, and look on a Burger King app what we have in a burgers. Good idea. And what nice, when you collect the points, you can change them to a code, to a vouchers, when you can use in real. So in each real in Germany, you have a special machine on which you can check how many points you have, and then you can redeem these points. Exactly, it works like this, that for as I remember, for 250 points you can change this for €5, something like this. I don't remember, is this 250 or 500 points, because I don't remember at this moment, but I know that you can change this to a €5 and voucher, and if you have more you can change to a more exactly multiply. So this is really simple. You just go there, you need to scan your card. If you don't if you didn't register a card online, you will need to put your date of birth and your zip code from Germany. If you don't live in Germany and you are just a tourist, just a zip code from a hostel or whatever. But you need to put your date of birth and a zip code to authorize that you want to redeem the points. Second thing is that if you register previously online, on the website payback.de, you can set up your PIN number, which is 4 digits PIN number. If you do this and you scan your card on this machine, the machine will not ask you for your zip code and for your date of birth. The machine will ask you for your PIN number, for a identification number, for a 4-digit PIN number. After you put this, you will see how many points you have. So you can redeem a point on this machine. But the second thing what you can do, if you forget your card and you don't have an app on a phone, for a few days after purchase in real, and if you have a receipt, you can go to this machine, you scan your card, you put your PIN number, you select that you want to add points from a last purchase. From a last purchase, you can want to add the points, and then you have to scan your receipt, and after a few seconds, the points are on your account, on your cards. Yeah, very nice idea. Bad thing about this machine, unfortunately, this machine is only in German. Everything on the screen will be in German, so it's very complicated for the people who can speak German, and for me it's the worst part of this, because this type of machine should have a menu ability to change the language to English. I know that Germans are freaks about everything should be in German. Look on a receipt from a store on the back side, it's 1 billion of things written only in German. But the thing is that we are in a global world, and I think that every time should be ability to change a language from a local language to English, because that everyone will be able to understand this. Yeah, from these 4 programs, as I show you, Subway, Shell, what the fuck, Deutschland card and Payback, which I think they are more useful. Not Subway, not Shell, because if Shell is a little expensive and if you don't have very close, not the best idea. Thing is, if you make a shopping in Netto and it's very close to you, or you take this line from SO, Deutschland card. If you use more, make a shopping more in a Real, in a Rive, eat in a Burger King and take from Aral, payback.de. So now you need to choose. It's good to take a diesel line from the same network as you make a shopping, because if you make a shopping in Real and here you make a diesel line from ISO, that's not very useful. From my point of view, because I don't use a card all the time. Yeah, I love travel. I love to go to many places, and mostly I don't have a car. Yeah, I know many times I make a video by I sit in the car, but it's other reason. But the thing is, for me the most useful was a payback card. When I lived some time ago, yeah, I moved there 2.5 years ago, in Germany, I use mostly payback card, because I make a shopping usually in Real, sometimes in Riva, but mostly in Real, so it was really useful for me. And also that there was this machine to redeem points, really nice to take vouchers, and also Burger King offers, which are very cheap. So sometimes for €3 you can get free burgers like hamburger, cheeseburger, and some chili cheeseburger. Sometimes for €2.49 you can buy some set of burgers, which was usually for €7. So it was triple cheaper, and also really nice offer. As you can see here, the card, yeah, the card is a little used, and you see how many times it has been used. As you can see on this, not so much, but you see that the Shell card I didn't use almost at all. But payback.de, it was very used in case of the Real. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you soon. Bye.